So I'm having issues with my microphone system. It does not want to register. So bear with me and let me see if I can't get it figured out here. How's the audio sound there? That's the direct audio from my iPhone. How's the sound coming in from my iPhone? It sounds good on my iPhone. So then that's what we're going to do. I'll fiddle around as I talk to everybody, but I'll grab my other mic out and see if that's the issue I'm having. I don't think the mic is the issue at all. I'm getting reverb and all of that on the mono station, but it's not showing in StreamYard, so I don't know what the issue could be. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try and plug it into mic 2 and see if that makes a difference, and then I can just try to talk to y'all from mic 2. It's a little frustrating, right? Like little things like that. You think you got it all worked out. You think you got it all figured out, and it just does not seem to go as planned. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's Thirsty Thursday. Throw it back Thursday. All of that Thursday. I hope we're all having a fantastic week. There's a few things I want to talk about tonight. I definitely want to talk about travel insurance because I got a little scared today. I think I was more scared than my clients were. But I definitely want to touch base on travel insurance and how important travel insurance is. I'm officially 9 days away from boarding the Carnival Vista. That is very exciting. That's coming up very, very soon. I put together a new media kit for 2024, so that's pretty dope. I enjoy the way that looks. And let's see. Mic 2. Is mic 2 working? We got a hot mic. Nope, we do not have a hot mic. Boom, boom, boom. Do. Let's see. Let's play around. Let's see if you can hear me through this mic over here. I can already tell that you're not getting anything. I can already tell. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why I'm having such a problem. Ship show classy. Ship show classy. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. 100%. I gotta be like my boy Ship Show and have audio issues. But you know what? The more fancy the equipment, the more problems you have. So it just teaches me to just go basic. It's not user error, Charles. I know how to hook my system up. Thank you very much. But anyway, let's get in there and let's say what's going on to Bruce. Bruce was the first one in the chat tonight. He beat the one, the only, the Scott McNeil. And I think Scott didn't comment for a specific reason. So we'll just leave that at that. So Scott was not first this week. Bruce was first this week, followed by Scott. Vita in the close third. The Moonlight Adventures, icing and listening. What's going on, bro? I hope you are doing all right, and I hope Chastity is taking good care of you. Florida Cruisers in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Kevin Brubaker, Will G, Julie Thomas, all y'all amazing people. I know I've seen some more Orange Cone vlogs. Who else we got in here? We got Kathy in the house. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Thursday. So there's a few things I want to talk about today, and it's just going to be pretty much open conversation. So please, if you do have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, and I will do the best I can to answer them. And in the process of doing that, I am going to pull up a few things on what I want to talk about. Now, let's talk real quick about travel insurance. Like the importance of travel insurance. Now, travel insurance might not seem to be like the be-all, end-all thing that everybody needs, but let me let you know a little secret. Travel insurance is a must. I highly suggest travel insurance for anybody. And the reason I'm saying this is because I have 8 clients that were going on a cruise today. 8 clients, mind you. They all live in the same area as me. And frankly, let's just be honest, they're all related to me. So it's my mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, my cousin. Everyone was going on a cruise today on the Ruby Princess out of Fort Lauderdale. It's a 10-day cruise. And it is going to the Panama Canal. Now, what makes it interesting is we live about 5 hours from the cruise port of Fort Lauderdale. So to get there, it takes 5 hours, right? Now, you're going to stop, use bathrooms, smoke breaks, whatever it may be. Well, they decided not to leave until about 7 o'clock this morning. Now, the all-on-board time was 2 o'clock, and the ship floated away, sailed away, however you want to say it, at 3 p.m. I called my dad at 11 o'clock, and he's like, yeah, we're still 2 hours away. I'm like, what do you mean you're still 2 hours away? All-on-board time is 2 p.m. Like, you need to get a move on. You need to get there, or you are all going to miss that cruise. So travel insurance, I highly, highly suggest it for everybody. I have an annual plan with Allianz, and I am thankful that I do. So if anything happens, at least I know I have travel insurance. So, yeah, I would definitely consider travel insurance at all costs. I don't think I would let that slide by. But they did. They made it. They sailed away. Yeah, Josh, you can bust my chops all you want. It's just my accent. Get over it. Listen, that's the way it goes. That's how I say it. That's how I'm going to continue to say it. And my boy Chuck said it's okay. That's just all we're going to do about that. Okay, move on to the next story. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, they made it. They got on the ship. Everything was good. They're enjoying themselves. They have 10 glorious days on board the Ruby Princess going through the Panama Canal. And I won't see them for 16 days because the day they get back, I get on the Vista and I float away. I'm going to time y'all out in the chat if y'all don't stop playing around with me. But yeah, travel insurance, that's absolutely a must. Listen, even if you go the easy route and you go with the cruise lines travel insurance, I highly suggest, some form of travel insurance. Mine's door to door. I'm happy with the Allianz plan that I have. It covers me door to door. So from the time I leave to the time I get home, I am covered, and I am thankful for that. Annual plan costs me less than $300 for the year, and it covers all of my trips. And it gives me that peace of mind and that sense of security to know if something happens, I have travel insurance that I can fall back on. Now, Granted, I don't want to have to use it, but it's there in case I do need it. Another thing I wanted to touch base on tonight was the Helping Hands for Cruising. If you don't know what Helping Hands for Cruising is an organization that helps provide cruise experiences to those who cannot, not necessarily not afford it, but it helps provide a cruise experience to people that have never been able to cruise before and all that. So it's a great foundation. It's a great organization. And every few months they have a Helping Hands for Cruising marathon type thing. And they do video not video podcasts, but they go live on YouTube just like this. Certain channels do it for about an hour per time slot. And there's a whole list of amazing creators that are going to be going live over the course of the weekend, which is Friday and Saturday. I have a schedule and I have a list, so I'm going to be posting that into my Facebook page. So make sure you go over to the Facebook page over there at the Nauti Cruiser on Facebook. That way you can see this schedule. Helping Hands for Cruising 2024, telethon, marathon, whatever you want to call it, videothon. It's definitely awesome. Check it out. You can make donations to the organization. It is a full charitable donation, so you can use it as a tax write-off if need be, or if you want it to, or just out of the kindness of your heart. If you wanted to make a donation or a pledge, you're able to do that as well. All of the channels that will be going live over the weekend will have a direct PayPal link for you to do so if you feel generous and you want to donate, but I will post all of that over in the Facebook group. I'll probably do that tonight, so that way everybody can see it between tonight and tomorrow. This does start tomorrow. The first one is at 6 p.m., and then the second one's at 7, then 8, then 9, then 10, then 11. And then we start back again on Saturday at 9 a.m. in the morning. The page that I will be posting will have all of the links to every channel that is going live, as well as a YouTube link that will give you the Cruiseathon information, a direct YouTube link that'll take you to every single one of the YouTube creators that are going live with their corresponding hours and time slots and all of that. So I'll post all of that over in the Facebook group for y'all to check out. Please feel free. Make sure y'all look at all of that. And on to the next topic. What's next? We're 10 days away from Princess Cruises having their first cruise on the Sun Princess. I'm still a little worried. I'm still a little concerned. I haven't heard anything from Fincantieri. They have not called me yet. Neither has Princess. Princess has not called me yet to tell me whether or not they took ownership of the ship and they are ready to go for that sailing. However, no news is good news, right? Like I've always been told that no news is good news. So that's a good thing, I guess. I'm hoping to hear something very soon in the lines of that. This is a cruise ship that is being built brand new, one of a kind. Well, not necessarily one of a kind because there's another one coming out next year, but first of its kind in the Princess fleet. And it was scheduled to go out on the 8th, which would be today. However, that was canceled. It was pushed back. There's a mutual agreement between Princess and Fincantieri. And since that mutual agreement article came out, I've heard nothing else about Fincantieri and Princess. So I'm hoping very soon that Princess will release some information about that ship. I know a few people that are supposed to be on the 18th sailing, and so far so good. They haven't heard anything. So again, no news is good news, but I do hope to hear something soon on that. Like Chuck just said, FYI, the Vista is on its way to Florida. So the Carnival Vista has completed its dry dock process and is making its way to Port Canaveral, Florida for the very first sailing next Thursday. It's a 3-day, goes right to Nassau, comes back, and then leaves again on Sunday, which is a 6-day, and that is the Boats and Bros 3, baby. So if you are on that, y'all better get ready to have a good time because that's coming up real quick. Like I said, we are 9 days away from that cruise. 9 days away. What else can we talk about? Let's talk about it. A Galveston MSC agreement was signed on Tuesday. Yeah, that was signed on Tuesday. I don't know if a lot of you know or not. I believe it's Pier 19. Is where Galveston, where MSC will be docking in Galveston. It's a Del Monte fresh fruit factory at the moment, but that's where they obtain the rights to build their terminal. So that's going to be happening very, very soon. 2025 is when they start sailing out of there. So they acquired the Del Monte fresh fruit pier. That's like a tongue twister. They required that pier, and that's where they're going to be building their terminal and sailing out of Galveston in 2025. Bone Tired Travelers in the house. What's going on, Denise? I'm really sad that my microphone's not working. I'm getting. Let me show you all this. Y'all ready? Y'all want to see a little bit behind the scenes stuff? Here, look at this. You can see me talking in the microphone, and it's going. It's showing that I'm working. Everything's good to go. But it's not working. It's not working. And it's a little disappointing. It's very disappointing. Oh, are we working? Do we have audio? Does that sound better? I think we have audio. We have audio. Look at that. Look at that. All it needed was a little bit of time to catch up. It just needed a little time to catch up. There we go. That's way better. I don't feel the need to have to yell because my iPhone's all the way yonder. My microphone's right here. So there we go. Anyway, on to the next thing. Let's talk about the media kit. I put together a media kit in 2023. Oh, we got a little reverb, huh? What about now, Will G? Is that better? Adjust the reverb, Mike. Adjust the reverb. Adjust the reverb. I swear to God, sometimes I think I'm married to Charles. What about now? Da 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 da. How do you want me to keep talking? I don't know how to just keep talking. That's kind of hard, right? If I'm on a go and I'm talking about something that is important, then that's fine. But if I have to just ramble and talk, then that's a little confusing. Come on, Chuck. You're telling me to keep talking. Tell me which way to go. Adjust more, adjust less. I really can't keep playing games. I'm about to switch back to the iPhone. This is why technology frustrates me very much. Very much. How is that now, Chuck? Is that better? Is that better now, Chuck? Are you satisfied now, Chuck? Or is it worse now, Chuck? One of these weeks, we'll definitely get everything figured out and now down to a T. That's better. Okay, so there we go. We'll leave it there. That works for me. Josh is my secret lover. That's what we are. Will G says it's the same. So I got one saying better, one saying the same. What about now? How's that? Is that better? Is that worse? I'm going to lose everybody off of this live stream. I'm just about to go back to the iPhone. Kevin says, there it is. The chisel has spoken. It's perfect. So we're going based off of what Kevin says. And if it's not, then I'm sorry. It's Kevin's fault. What's going on, Shane? Ain't seen you in a while, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Chuck says, keep the show going. When he tells me that, it usually means he wants me to take my t-shirt off, but we're not going to do that here. This is a family show, Charles. Anyway, all the Helping Hands for Cruising stuff is going to get posted over in the Facebook page. You'll see all of that later on tonight once the live is over. I'll post all of that over there. I created a media kit in 2023 to send out to some cruise lines just to say, like, hey, this is my face. You know, if you see me on a ship, blah, blah, blah. It got nowhere, went nowhere. I sent it out again this year. I created a 2024 media kit. It's absolutely chef's kiss. I dedicated 3 whole days. I'd probably say 20 hours or more to this media kit. And it paid off. I sent it out to Princess. Princess reached back out to me and said, hey, we can't wait to see you in April on the Sun Princess. Let us know some information and we'll take care of some things. So Princess is going to be doing a few things while I'm on that cruise. So hopefully some behind the scenes stuff that typically isn't seen by the average cruiser and usually isn't seen on Facebook. So I'm hoping that I can get that little behind the scenes interaction that not a lot of people can get just because I took some time and put together a media kit, a press kit to get sent out there. So I can't wait for that. I'm super stoked. We got the Boats and Bros coming up next week. So with that being said, there will be no live next Thursday. However, I will go live from the Carnival Vista as we, have that party on the Lido deck and we get ready to push away from the dock. So I will go live from the Vista on Sunday, and I will absolutely go live one other day while on the Vista, whether it be Half Moon Cay or Grand Turk, Amber Cove, wherever it may be. I'll definitely go live for the Salloway party as well as another day on the ship. I got a couple video ideas, so if you want to see something specific from a cruise ship, I know some of you have reached out and wanted to see some casino videos. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm also going to do a Is It Worth It Cheers package. So that's going to happen. I'm going to show a Cheers package video and if it's worth it, as well as a couple casino videos. I'm going to do a full ship tour because the Vista just came out of dry dock. There are some changes that have been made to the Carnival Vista since it went into dry dock. And I'm super excited. It's got an IMAX theater. So I'm going to be going to the IMAX theater. Robin, yeah, push off. I'm going to push off the dock. That's what we're going to do. We're going to push off the dock. We're going to float away. I'm going to stop saying the word. And that's just going to be that. That's just the way it is. We're going to change the whole meaning behind Salloway, or however you non-normal people say it. I say it like a normal person. Y'all just hear it wrong. That's the conclusion I've come to. Robert says, do you know what casino means? It means I can see no way to win. So I don't know about you, man, but I've seen plenty of ways to win. I've had plenty of nice hand pays in my day. It hasn't been bad at all to me. The casino has treated me very well on most of the cruises I've been on. I've had a couple where I've been down, or I've had a couple where I've left even. But for majority of them, I am up more than quite a few people would say they are up. The last cruise especially treated me very, very well. Have sailed the Vista twice. This will be my first time on the Vista, so I'm super stoked. I've been on the Horizon, so I kind of got a feel for the layout. I enjoy the layout of the Horizon. I like the way that was set up, and I like the IMAX on the Horizon. So I'm gonna go to the IMAX, and I know it's kind of like cheesy, right? Like who goes to a movie theater while they're on a cruise? I mean, if it's on the ship, like why not, right? Why not take a couple hours out of a sea day and go watch a movie? Inexpensive. So I'm going to definitely hit that up. And then a few other things. So a full ship tour is definitely in the works for that. What do I play? So I mainly play the slots. I'll play some craps here and there and some roulette. So it's very few table games that I do play. I started my casino career on 3-card poker. That's where I started playing a lot of my time. I enjoyed 3-card poker. I usually didn't sit down at a slot machine on cruises. It wasn't until my mid to late 20s that I decided to sit down at the slot machines instead of the tables because I thought my odds were better, right? So if I was going in at $10 a hand on 3-card poker, then I could bet $5 a spin and I could get 2 spins for that $10. So they're usually the 3 I stick with: craps, roulette, slot machines. Every now and then I'll sit down at a 3-card poker table. I'd like to play some Texas Hold'em, but a lot of cruise ships have went to the digital Texas Hold'em. And when you have the regular tables, it's kind of hard to get a seat at the regular tables because people crowd the seats for hours just to get a good seat at a regular table. What's going on, Slinky? I hope you and Matt are having an amazing time in Texas. I hope y'all are holding down the fort over there. I can't wait to get on the Venezia and the Horizon. May the casinos be kind to us all. That's the hope, right? That's the hope. Red Frog Pub instead of the Pig and Anchor, unless they changed it. So I hope they didn't because I enjoy the Red Frog Pub. Now, I'll be honest, on the Pride, I believe it was, the Red Frog pub, I believe, was getting changed. Don't quote me on that. I have to go back and check the content that I have in my folders, but I'm pretty sure they were changing that. Matt and I watched Fantastic Beast in the IMAX on Vista, and I guarantee you it was an amazing experience to watch it, right? Like, IMAX is one of the greatest movie theaters you can ever watch a movie at. So to be able to watch that in the middle of a cruise ship, I think that's pretty cool. Shane said Craps was no bueno on the Radiance last time. Gotta get on them rolls, man. Craps is very exciting when a good roll is going. Absolutely. And there's times where if I'm at a craps table and the guy next to me on either side is throwing hot dice, I'll pass the dice and I'll let them throw. Like, don't even give them to me. I don't want to juju the dice. Let them keep going. Let them keep throwing the hot dice and we'll stay winning money. That's the name of the game, right? Win the money. I'm intimidated by the tables. Don't be. And you know what the cool thing is about cruising and gambling on a cruise ship is you can go to the casino and ask them for lessons and they will give you lessons. They have no problem giving you lessons. So you can go talk to them and be like, hey, I want to learn how to play craps. Can you teach me real quick? And they'll give you a quick rundown and fundamentals of how to play craps. For insurance, is it more expensive to buy it closer? It comes to the cruise to the South Date. So I don't think it's more expensive. I think we're going to go with will be what the price is built off of. Now, if you have a cruise that costs you $6,000, your policy is going to be a little bit higher. I chose to go with an annual plan because of the things that were covered with that annual plan, right? So I had Medevac and I had the medical insurance and all of that. So for me to pay $283 for the year, that's well worth it. And it's not because I'm young. Like Chuck paid that same price, Scott paid that same price. So not saying they're older, but they're older than me. I'm in my 30s, they're in their 40s and their 50s, and we're paying right around the same price for that insurance policy. So I think that $283 for an annual plan is well worth it. But you got to figure it out, right? Like, are you going to take multiple trips throughout the year? And it doesn't just have to be cruises. Are you going to go on like any land-based vacations? Are you going to go visit family in another state? If you do that throughout the year, then that's all worth it, in my opinion, right? So like I have family in New Jersey. So if I go to New Jersey to visit family for a week, then my travel insurance will cover that. I'm going to visit family in another state. That's all under my travel insurance. So any issues with my flights, my hotels, rental cars, anything like that, that'll be covered with my insurance. You just want to look over the insurance policy and see what is covered and what is not covered, because there might be certain limitations on things that you need a higher limitation on, right? So if you want to if you want to cover trips up to like $15,000, then obviously your premium is going to be a little bit higher. Matt liked roulette when it isn't busy. Roulette's not bad. Robin says, I think they changed the sports bar to the Military Heroes bar next door. So that might be what it is. That's exactly what it is. The skybox got changed to Heroes Tribute Lounge. Thanks, Robin. That's exactly what they changed. The insurance protection starts as soon as you buy it. So if something happens prior to the cruise day, you get the benefit. Right. So that's why I'm so frustrated that I have to, but my annual policy ends April 8th. So I physically have to get another policy at the beginning of April to make sure I have no lapse in coverage. So my whole April trip is covered. I'm older, you young whippersnapper. Hey man, I'll take that as a compliment, you old man. Get off my lawn. Slinky says, Chuck, I am between you and Scott in age, LOL. Well, I know it's not nice to ask a female how old they are, but Slinky, how old are you? Chuck's actually younger than I thought he was. Same with Josh. Josh is like close to my age, and I thought he was older than that. It's not a bad thing. I thought he was older than that. Yeah, so Slinky's like right in the middle between Chuck and Scott. I should have known. You celebrated your 50th birthday on the Carnival celebrations, or the Carnival 50 celebration. You and Shaquille O'Neal got the same B-Day. See, I remember some things. It's not all things. I don't remember all things, but I do remember some things. Julie said old is gold. LOL. I thought old was rust. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just kidding. No, Chuck, it wasn't on the Mardi Gras. She turned 50 on the celebration. I think it was on Carnival's 50th birthday celebration is when she turned 50. And her and Shaq share the same birthday and are the same age. It was when she was on the Vista with Sharon at Steve. I'm pretty sure that's when it was. My memory's not the greatest, but I'm pretty sure that's when it was. Rob says, I like driving to the cruise port or flying. Much more reliable getting there on time. So here's the thing, right? In the beginning, I was talking about the travel insurance and how important it is because I had 8 clients today that were going on the Ruby Princess out of Fort Lauderdale. And we live in a town just north of Tampa. We're about 45 minutes north of Tampa. And to get from here to Fort Lauderdale is about a 5.5-hour drive. If your traffic is like pretty much non-existent, right? So I call at 11 o'clock and I'm like, hey, where are you at? And they're like, oh, we still got 2 hours. And I'm like, all the board time is 2 o'clock. Like, y'all need to stop playing around. Y'all need to get there or y'all ain't going to be getting on that cruise ship today. So it's nerve-wracking. I am a person that likes to arrive the day before. I don't like arriving the day of. And here's how bad it is with me. I'm 45 minutes from Tampa, Port of Tampa, so I'll arrive the same day. Port Canaveral is 2 hours and 20 minutes from me, and I have to go the night before. I can't drive the same day of because I always have a fear that my car is going to break down. I'm going to get a flat tire. I'm going to run into a major accident. And those things are just going to happen, right? So I like to go the night before. I know I'm there the next morning. I'm happy with that. I'm good to go. I'm about a 30-minute drive to the cruise port, so I'm most likely good. Now, see, that's not bad. That's the same with me. Tampa's 45 minutes away. I'll take that in the same day, no issue. But if I'm going to Jacksonville, Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Miami, I'm going the night before. And I know I'm right. I'm absolutely right. Chuck, don't take that away from me. It's probably the only time Slinky will ever say I'm right. So that's pretty much what's going on. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting. I know over the next couple of weeks, it's going to get a little more hectic. It's going to get a little more exciting. It's going to get a little more crazy. I got my suitcases out so that way they can get ready to get packed. Once I get back from the Vista, I think I'm going to just send my stuff to the dry cleaners. When it comes back, just repack it, put it in the suitcase, and get ready to go in April. And that's just that. Kevin says I'm a 3-hour flight away from the port. And that's not bad, right? But I still would come in the day before. If I have to fly into the port, I'm coming in the day before. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have to come in the day before. That's like you look at my April cruise, right? I'm going out of Rome on the Sun Princess April 8th. I'm flying out of Miami on the 5th. I land in Rome on the 6th. So I'm giving myself at least a day and a half for issues. So if anything arises in that day and a half, then I know I still have enough time to make it. Now, if I fly out on Saturday, I'm not landing till Sunday. I'm only giving myself like an 8-hour window period to have issues. I don't want that. I don't want to have issues. I'd rather get there, spend a couple dollars on a hotel, explore a new country, explore a new city, and know I'm already there. I discovered a drink that I really liked on Carnival Mudslide. I've never heard of it before. It is really good the way they make it. So on Carnival, if you go to, I know they have it in the casino. Chuck, what's that drink called that we usually get all the time? The Mocha Choca Getaway? Mocha Chocolate Getaway or whatever it is. It's kind of like a mudslide. It's a frozen chocolate drink. But it's so good. Will G says, I always drive in the Galveston the day of. How far is your drive in the Galveston? Kev says we stay at a hotel the night before the flight and then arrive a day before our sailing. I have trust issues. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. No, Slinky, not the Mocha Java Rev Up. That one you can get from Java Blue. 4.5 hours. See, that's too far for me. That's too much time. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've had too many close calls. When I was a kid, we were flying in on cruise day during the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl was in Miami, we were flying in for cruise day. We had to literally rush off the ship or rush off the plane to make the ship. That was one of the only times I've ever heard of a cruise line waiting for passengers, because there was about 1,800 people that were flying in on planes that day that couldn't get in because of all the air traffic control around Miami due to the Super Bowl. Ever since then, I've had trust issues and I got to get there the day before. Chocolate mocha getaway. That's it. The chocolate mocha getaway. I know they have it in the casino. It's an absolutely phenomenal drink. It's like a mudslide. It's a little bit stronger. It's got a little bit better taste to it, and I enjoy that. Now, the Mocha Java Rev Up, that's pretty good too. That's like an alcoholic chocolate milkshake. That can get you pretty going with some espresso and all that stuff in there. So that's pretty good. Fearless Rambler in the house. What's going on, brother? What bars serve the mudslide? I'm pretty sure you can get the mudslide at majority of the bars on the ship. That's a real simple drink to make. So I don't think that would be an issue. The mocha Java Rev Up tastes like coffee, yes, because it's got the espresso in it. But the mocha chocolate getaway, that does not taste like coffee at all. That tastes like a nice, perfect, creamy chocolate milkshake. Now, I don't have a favorite drink, right? Like, I don't have a specific drink that I like to get from the bar on Carnival. I know there's a lot of people that have a specific drink they like. They go to that specific bar. They constantly order that drink. Like, you take Scotty, for example. He's a big Tito's and grapefruit guy. I enjoy a good Tito's and grapefruit. I, however, can't drink grapefruit juice anymore because of a medication I'm on, but it is what it is. I've always been a bourbon and ginger ale guy. So like a good bourbon, a nice whiskey, ginger ale. That's always my thing, right? Ever since I was younger, that's always been my thing. I have a big old cabinet over here full of different bourbons. Some of them I'll share. Some of them I won't share. It's just the way it goes. I love you still. It makes no difference. It's just some of them I just won't share them. The small batch Four Roses, that doesn't get shared with anybody. That's mine only. I take a little bit every now and then I put it back. But I've always been a bourbon and ginger ale guy. That's always been the thing, right? So I don't have a specific drink that I like to order. Like, I know Cameron, he enjoys that Rev Up, that chocolate Rev Up. Cameron also enjoys the kiss on the lips, so he likes to get that a lot. Robin enjoys the Red Bull and cherry vodka. I never really enjoyed vodka and Red Bull. It never made sense to me. In my brain, it was like I'm going to give myself a heart attack. Bourbon and Seagram's Bold. That's another one that's not a bad drink. That's a good combination right there. Scott with the Tito's and grapefruit. Chuck, he just goes for all the foo-foo drinks. That's how I got into that mocha chocolate getaway in the casino, because he ordered them all the time. So I don't have a specific drink on Carnival that I like. I don't have a specific drink on any cruise line. I like a good drink, and if you can make a good drink, then I'm happy with it. Now, I do tend to go towards the whiskey and ginger ale more than anything else, but that's just a personal preference. That's what I like to enjoy here. That's what I like to enjoy just on a daily basis. Now, I'm a big IPA guy, so I'm all for that Parched Pig IPA. I'll drink that all day long. But a specific mixed drink, I really don't have a special mixed drink that I enjoy a lot. Now, I have on the Jubilee, I've tried a couple mixed drinks, and if I go back on the Jubilee, which I'm planning to do very soon, I would love to sit at Dr. Ink's bar and just drink every drink in that menu, and then go sit at the Golden Mermaid and do the same thing. Those drinks are absolutely phenomenal. So if you got that cruise coming up soon, don't miss those bars. You'll absolutely fall in love. Old fashions are good. I like a good old fashioned. I like a good sidecar. I like a good Moscow Mule. I just don't have a specific favorite that I go to. Like you have people that'll go to Alchemy Bar, right, and just order the sidecar at Alchemy Bar. That's their specific drink they order. I don't have that specific drink that I always have to get when I'm on a ship. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say the Bite of Iguana. That's not a bad drink. That's usually a drink of a day thing. You get $1 or $2 off. That's not a bad drink. Either that or the liquid marijuana. Mules kick. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Did you try the big Bach on Jubilee? I did not. The drink, I did not. Cameron's not here to defend himself against Scott's comment. Chuck says a frozen mix of Irish cream. Boy, you think I can pronounce that stuff? Florida Canna rum and rich Ghirardelli chocolate. It's a phenomenal drink. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to say I don't. I absolutely love it. I think everyone so believe in something. I believe I'll have another drink. There you go. There you go. I drink bourbon neat most of the time. And that's the same thing with me, right? Like I'll drink a good bourbon neat. I'll drink, bourbon on the rocks with a twist, or I'll drink it with some ginger ale. I will never turn away bourbon. I'll never turn away bourbon. Now, when I say I'll drink a good bourbon neat, I want it to be a good bourbon, like single barrel 4 Roses, small batch 4 Roses, Wheeler 12. I'm talking good bourbon. Don't give me no shot out old number 7 whiskey neat. I won't drink that. That's pure gasoline. You need to mix that with some Coca-Cola or something for me to drink it. Now, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I say when I was a kid, some of y'all are probably thinking like you're still a kid. When I was younger, I would enjoy Jack Daniels. Like I drank Jack Daniels with Coke, or I drink 7 and 7. Now I'm at that age in my life where I like good quality bourbons. I have to have a good quality bourbon. So I don't really mess with those cheapy bottles. Destination Fun in the house. I hope you're having a fantastic night. I'm going to have to try that when I get back on the Jubilee next time, Slinky. What do you think about the steakhouse? Do you think it's worth the money? 100%. I will tell you right now, I do the steakhouse every single cruise I'm on, and here's the reason why. The mashed potatoes. Other than the mashed potatoes, here's the reason why, okay? You're going to pay $49 to go to a steakhouse. You're going to sit down, whether you're with a buddy, significant other, whatever it may be. You're going to sit down, you're going to enjoy a meal that costs you $49. Your steak is going to be absolute perfect. If it's not, you can say something, send it back, and they'll make you a new one. Your steak's going to be perfect. If you go with the surf and turf like I do, your steak and your lobster tail are going to be absolutely amazing. Your mashed potatoes are going to be amazing if you order those. The pork belly, the pork belly they have is absolutely phenomenal. But not only that, it's $49. Where are you going to go off of a cruise to a local steakhouse, whether it be New York, Kentucky, and Louisville, wherever it may be? What steakhouse are you going to go to other than Texas Roadhouse, a chain, or Outback Steakhouse, a chain, where you're going to get a top quality dinner like that for less than $50? It's not possible. It's just not possible. Will G says, I've only been drinking bourbon for about a year. If you want a good bourbon, it's a little pricey. Get a bottle of Wheeler 12. Don't share it with anybody, just you, and have a little glass once every 2-3 months. When I say a little pricey, we're talking like a $300 bottle. Kevin says, I call those frat party bourbons and whiskeys. The good stuff is for my close friends. You're better than I am. You're better than I am. Because the good stuff, I don't know. It's tough, right? Like, I say I won't share it, but I probably will. My friends don't drink bourbon. Like, Chuck comes over, he doesn't drink bourbon. Scott comes over, he don't drink bourbon. So if they wanted it, I probably would share with them. I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. Julie said, speaking of the steakhouse, I messed up our reservations for the first night. What did you do wrong? Cruising Koozies in the house. Slinky says, you just got to invest 2.5 hours to the steakhouse dinner. That's why we don't go. And let me debunk that right now. Bull crap. That is not true. You don't need to invest 2.5 hours into the steakhouse. I went to the steakhouse with 5 of us, and we were in and out of the steakhouse within an hour. If you know what you want to get, you can get in and out of the steakhouse within an hour. Sometimes it can take longer depending on the party size you go with. If you're going with a table of 12 people, then yes, expect it to take a long time. If there's 2 of you, you can be in and out within 45 minutes to an hour. I've never sat in the steakhouse longer than an hour, hour and a half. Tops. Last year on the Pride, there was me, Chuck, Scott, Cameron, Daniel, Joe, Kyle. There were 7 of us in and out of the steakhouse within an hour and a half. So I've never sat in a steakhouse longer than an hour and a half. I put it in the cart, but got distracted and didn't finish it. And then the 6:30 was sold out, so I booked 6. Do you think they can switch on the ship? Yeah, we'll just have to go to the steakhouse when we get on board. We'll let them know that we're together because me and Chuck booked separately. So therefore, I'm at a 2-top, Chuck's at a 2-top. We should have no problem getting them combined into a bigger table. So don't worry about that. We can get that taken care of. Matt and Joe drink bourbon. That's what's up. Bourbon is the best. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. Here in Oklahoma, Nebraska, we used so many great steakhouses now, only a few besides big chains. And that's the thing, right? Like Oklahoma, you're talking about one of the biggest beef capitals in the world. Now, the big, good steakhouses are out, and the conglomerate steakhouses are what's moving in. It's sad. It's unfortunate to see the mom and pop places disappear more and more to the big chain places. Steakhouse was super quick with us. Yeah, absolutely, man. I've never had. That's crazy. I promise you, I won't sit there for no 2.5 hours. I don't even think when we did the Brazilian steakhouse on the breakaway last year, it took 2.5 hours. So far, my favorite has been Eagle Rare 10-year. That's a good bottle. That's a good bottle. Robert says, Julie, just tell them it was a mistake. Well, then that's better than what we experienced. Seriously, we have only done the steakhouse on the Vista and Adventure of the Seas. Well, you did the steakhouse on the Glory, didn't you? You were with everybody at the steakhouse on the Glory. We will be in the steakhouse on the Breeze in 8 days. I will be in the steakhouse in the Vista in 9 days. 9 days I'll be at the steakhouse. I enjoy the steakhouse. I think they do a phenomenal steak. I think they do a phenomenal steak at the steakhouse. I don't think there's never been a place on land that does a steak as good as Carnival has for $49. You just can't beat it. And not for nothing, if you never tried their mashed potatoes, you're absolutely missing out 100%. 100% you're missing it. The baby burgers, yeah, they're pretty good too. I call them Krabby Patties. They're real little mini burgers. It's a chef's welcome gift. One thing I hate is those candy straws. I'm right there with you, Robert. I don't like the candy straws on Carnival. They're a big pet peeve with me. I do not enjoy them one bit. So I usually don't use straws. Those taters were amazing. And it's crazy, right? Because I did the chef's table video on the Jubilee, and they had mashed potatoes. They had squid ink mashed potatoes, and they had yellow Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. And they both tasted phenomenal. And it just, in my brain, I'm like, what is Carnival doing that makes these mashed potatoes taste so good? Because I'm telling you now, I thought my mom's mashed potatoes were good. Man, my mom's mashed potatoes are Hungry Jack instant mashed potatoes compared to these mashed potatoes that Carnival pumps out. And I can say that because she's on a cruise ship right now with no internet, so she don't even know what I'm saying. Yukon Gold mashed potatoes are my favorite in the steakhouse. Yes, and I don't like it. Here's the one thing. I don't like it when I get the mashed potatoes and they come out in the glass ramekin. That breaks my heart a little bit. I like them when they come out in that cast iron style bowl. Because for some reason they get like little hard bits around the edges. Oh, that's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Extra mashed potatoes next week. I'm taking everybody's mashed potatoes. Julie, let Nathan know. I want him to order double mashed potatoes and share them with me. Didn't do the steakhouse on the Jubilee. Did bonsai teppanyaki instead. So speaking of that, I have a vlog that's going to be coming out next week. I saved this vlog for the week before the Jubilee, so that way with me not going live, there was a good vlog that was going to drop, a crazy vlog that was going to drop. I'm going to drop a vlog next week of all the specialty dining I did on Carnival. The only incorporation is not going to be the chef's table. I'm going to leave that out because I did my own full video of the chef's table. So that way I'm not going to put that in there, but it's going to be every other specialty restaurant I did. We're talking Emerald's. We're talking the steakhouse. We're talking Rudy's. What else did I pay for that was an upcharge? Emerald's, Steakhouse, Rudy's, Bonsai Teppanyaki. So there's going to be a big video that comes out next week. It's going to be all the specialty dining I did while on board the Jubilee. And then the following week is going to be all included dining options on board the Carnival Jubilee. And let me tell y'all, I did it for the vlog, but I also did it for the kid inside, man. Like, I had fun hitting up the pizza place, hitting up the sandwich place, going here, going there. I made sure to be smart about it. I got a slice of pizza or I got a sandwich and I split it with Cameron. So I had somebody that was with me that I could get like halves and be like, here, you eat this, I'll eat this. And then we'll wait a little bit and then we'll go do this. So they're going to come out. The only one that's not included, Scotty, is the Seafood Shack. I did not have time to hit the Seafood Shack. I wish I did because y'all already know I'm a big seafood guy. So I would have devoured them crab legs. But I didn't. I didn't do Seafood Shack. Heavy cream and Irish butter is my style of making mashed taters. So Irish butter is great. That's one of the best things you can put in anything. I really don't like the buffet on the Vista. Well, hopefully they changed it around. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm not real picky. Like, it's tough, right? Like, I'm picky when it comes to going to the main dining room because I don't want to sit in the main dining room for an hour every night. And I'd rather hit the buffet. But I'll hit the pizza place multiple times. Like I'm A-okay with eating pizza every day of the week. I have no issue with that. Pizza's like my kryptonite. That and seafood. I think Carnival does the heavy cream and definitely they load them up with butter. Yeah, and here's a little tip for you. If you take the garlic that comes out with your steak and you don't put it on your steak and you put it inside your mashed potatoes, or if you ask for an extra piece of roasted garlic and then put that in your mashed potatoes, now you got some roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Boy, it's even better. It's even better. Seafood Shack was also on Vista. That's good to know. Carnival Pizza is pretty good. It's not bad. I'm going to introduce you to Princess Pizza in April, and you'll be like, yeah, I really don't want to go back to Carnival Pizza. And Scott says, during the TA buffet it is. So we did the buffet a lot on the Transatlantic on the Pride. That was a big thing. I don't mind doing the buffet. Like, I'm not a big have to do this type of dining type thing. So I'm down for hitting the buffet. I'm A-okay with that. Now, I'm going to do the steakhouse, obviously. I'm going to try and do the main dining room a couple nights, but I don't need to, I don't need to do the main dining room every night. That's just not my thing. Don't ruin it for me. I'm not going to ruin it for you. You're going to ruin it for yourself, man. I'm telling you, Alfredo's pizza, dude, that's hands down some of the best pizza. I need all these tips. I've only had steakhouse once on the horizon. So here's the best tip. Order the mashed potatoes. If you're not a big steak eater, I suggest the surf and turf. That's always what I go with. I enjoy the surf and turf. I think the filet portion is perfect and the lobster tail is perfect. Get the pork belly. That's my favorite. If you want some super hot soup, I suggest ordering the French onion. Be very careful. It'll burn your mouth. It comes out super, super hot. And no matter how long you let it sit there, it just seems like it gets hotter the longer it sits there, temperature wise, not spice wise. So pork belly, French onion soup. The Caesar salad is really good. Filet mignon cooked medium to medium rare with the lobster tail. Ask for an extra clove of garlic. Get the mashed potatoes, and the mac and cheese is actually pretty good as well. And my go-to dessert is always the hazelnut cheesecake. Chuck usually does the apple strudel with vanilla ice cream, but hazelnut cheesecake for me, that's perfect right there. That's phenomenal. And if you want a good drink, get the Seven Seas. Seven Seas Martini. It's a very great drink. Yes, the mushrooms, the stuffed mushrooms, they're good too. They're good too. The Carnival Vista is not bringing paid passengers back. It is sailing back empty. She literally just got out of dry dock, so she is on her way back. Chuck is on the first sailing. It's a 3-day to Nassau, and then we are all on it for the 6th day shortly after that. But what else did I get from the steakhouse that was good? That was pretty much it. That's typically my order. I don't think I very rarely change up my order. I'm so cyclical when it comes to it. It's pretty much already in Carnival system. When I walk in, they already know what I want because I order the same thing on every ship. But it's always been perfect. I've never had a bad experience in the steakhouse. I've never had a long experience either. So, try it out, right? You don't have to do it all the time, but if you at least do it once, you tried it out. So it might be for you, it might not be for you, but I know for me, the steakhouse is a must every time I go on a ship. Other than that, I got some goodies I can show you. So I'll show you one of the little goodies that I got. So for everyone that's going to be on the Boats and Bros cruise, I had these magnets made for the Boats and Bros cruise. So you're going to get one of these magnets. I really shouldn't be showing this because this is supposed to be a surprise, but why not? We only got a couple minutes left. Let's do it. Carnival Vista, February 18th to 24th, Boats and Bros 3. So everyone's going to get one of these magnets. And then I ordered these, which I thought were pretty cool. I ordered these 3D printed ducks to put in the gift bags. They're little ducks, 3D printed ducks, but look at their tails. Carnival Wow towels. And they're all different like colors. Like here's a rainbow one. Here's a purple and blue one. Here's a pink one. Here's a red one. There's so many. Here's a regular blue one. So I thought they were pretty cool because they have the Carnival Wow towel on them. I thought that was pretty neat. And they're 3D printed. So they're hard plastic. They're not, cheaply made, and they were not expensive. So I was pretty cool. And I thought they were pretty cool, and I had to snatch these up to put into the goodie bags for the Boats and Bros. But I do have extras, so I will be giving away some of those, and I'll be doing like kind of like a giveaway type thing. I cruised on the Panorama last year. It was terrific, much better than the older ships. Chuck says, I'm getting paid to be on that cruise. Yeah, that makes two of us there, Chuck. Great idea with the Wow towel. I thought they were perfect right now. I didn't make them. I ordered them off of Etsy. Relatively inexpensive. I think it was 40 of them for like 20 some bucks. So it was relatively inexpensive, and they're nice size. They're going to go in the gift bags. There's some other stuff that I got going in the gift bags. There's obviously some pineapple stuff going in the gift bags. So some stickers, some magnets, some things like that. Sounds like you have all the ducks in a row. Not yet. I have them all in a box, but they'll all be in a row by next weekend. Did everyone miss the birthday? Whose birthday? Hold on, let me scroll back. Oh yeah, someone had a birthday recently. Yeah, me. That was me. I had a birthday recently. Happy late birthday, Mike. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. And you know what? Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. Your birthday gift came in the mail today. So Chuck saw this on the Ship Show's channel. It's a 3D printed holder for the Osmo Pocket 3. So he picked it up and got it for me for my birthday. It's got all the screws that I need for lights. It's got cold shoes. It's absolutely perfect. So this is going to get used on the Vista. And I look forward to using that. So I appreciate you, my brother. And for all of you wishing me a happy birthday, I appreciate y'all very much. For all of you that already wished me happy birthday on Facebook, thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's it. Go on over to the Facebook group. Make sure you're over there in the Facebook group so you can get all the information for the Helping Hands for Cruising cruise-a-thon that's going to be happening tomorrow, as well as all the channels that are going to be going live. Next week, there will be no live on Thursday. I will do a live on Sunday from the Stallaway on the Carnival Vista as we part Port Canaveral and bid you adieu, as well as going live from probably Half Moon Cay, since that'll be a half a day. But if you haven't done so yet, make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything going on with me while I'm out on the high seas doing what I love to do. Thank you all. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I hope you have a great sail. Robin, I thought we were friends, Robin. I thought we were friends. Yeah, the Osmo Pocket 3 case is bomb. I can't wait to put my Osmo Pocket 3 in it. But yeah, make sure on your way out, y'all smash that like button. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me this week. Again, no live next week, but check in for Sundays. I'll get it all created. I'll get a thumbnail created and generate it and put out there. Smash that like button on your way out. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace. I said peace.